Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the last gym class feeders of 2020. The last gym class feeders before we start Split 7. And my name is Kenos here with Prowler, veteran LCUS player. Occasional caster. How you doing, Prowler?
Outstanding. That's three-time LCUS champion Prowler, by the way.
I missed that on your business card. So, with all these victories under your belt and all this experience playing, I can probably just sit here and you can do all the talking, right?
Being a good player and being a good caster do not overlap, unfortunately. So
Yeah, but
you'll have to carry me for this one.
The game knowledge, Prowler. You could probably tell me everything about every single player in this group that we have here. That group being Sigtao, Eternal, Mixed Link, Sexy Fridge, Token, Burn the Heretic, Ace, Idle Lights, Wishbone, Tilted Pig, and Princess Peach. Who are you keeping an eye on for today?
I'm interested in how Sexy Fridge is going to perform, actually. He's been a member of the LCS for a while, and the usernames just change wildly from time to time. I've always looked at him as being one of the lower-end top laners, but he's definitely been overperforming lately, and now getting a chance to see him in the mid lane is going to be really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do have some lane shuffling around going on here. We've got Wishbone in the mid lane, which is very interesting, considering that she, I believe, was a support last split.
Yeah.
Sexy Fridge, like you said, sitting in that mid lane. Ace still playing top. We have Relaxa saying, who's overperforming?
Who's overperforming?
Yeah, I mean, he was saying Sexy Fridge was overperforming. Would you say anyone else is exceeding your expectations?
Princess Peach, actually. I know that he's new, but, based on, elo relative to performance, I don't think they match up, so...
Okay. And yes, Nickel, this is Kenos casting with Prowler. So, you get to hear two guys with wonderful voices talk today.
It's my sexual voice.
Alright, take that Hecarim off the board right away. Saw that used to great effect on Sunday.
It's always fun to watch Token have to ban his own Hecarim. It's like when, I have to ban Master Yi. And I'm sure it's fun for everyone else, but it's really disheartening for me.
Nickel, half mentioning my stream. For the record, I will be streaming Legends of Runeterra tomorrow. I'll post a link in the relevant places, so if everyone actually wants to know about Legends of Runeterra rather than just me chewing your ear off about it, I'll be doing that tomorrow. For a couple of hours in the afternoon. But we do have a new ban as well, so a lot of jungle targeting so far. Take the Scion off, Ace did well with that, also on Sunday.
It looks like all of our players definitely were tuned to the stream. I happened to miss it myself. I was a little consumed by the Packers clinching a playoff spot.
Yeah, I was a little... after I'd signed up to cast on Sunday, I realized that the Packer game was the late one. And so I was like, well, I already committed. So I guess then I saw the last quarter and it was fine.
Yeah, that was the important part anyway.
Right.
That's where the W comes on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Some teams like 9 Lives sometimes forget that you gotta wait until the final bell rings before you...
All right, Prowler, let's be nice. Let's be nice.
I gotta get a little bit of it in while I get a chance, right?
Yeah. That was your bit. Let's let's not have all of 9 Lives sign off the stream. We want the viewer count. All right, and wrapping up with ADC and mid lane bans. So, a rather varied ban list coming out of Brew City Brawlers here for this Game 1, and kind of locked in ban list for Cowbell here. Ace taking the Poppy again, and a Mumu for Mixling.
I like the Amumu pickup. I know that he started off the preseason completely busted, and he's kind of slowly trickled down as they, put in emergency patches, but Amumu's such a great jungler. Clears fast, ganks hard, and a ton of CC.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love everything about Amumu. He's one of those champs who's kind of like Malphite, where even if he's behind, he can still make a big impact on a fight. So I think that's very beneficial. A Jarvan! This is the first time we've seen Jarvan in the LCUS in a while.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of Jarvan we'd be looking at. I would assume it's a tankier one, but I think there's better junglers if you wanted to go tank. Especially with Anivia Mumu, where you got the, you make a big cataclysm to sit around. I can't imagine you want to be in there with Anivia's ult going.
And the Yuumi gets through. Now the fight in the chat can begin about the cat lovers versus the cat haters.
So you got to be a cat lover, though, right? Even if you don't like cats, Yumi's a fun addition to the game.
It's in my contract that I'm not allowed to have an opinion on Yuumi.
I do want to point out the combination coming through for Brew City Brawlers, the Amumu Anivia together. And Mumu's passive obviously amplifies magic damage, and there's a big area of effect happening. You layer a Mumu ult on top of Anivia ult, and they are going to be feeling pain.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. There's a lot of combo potential in this team already. I mean, hell, Anivia's wall can stop people from getting away from Lucian's ultimate, too. Which is, a very basic combo. But, I mean, there's a lot of utility Anivia brings to this.
Yeah, it looks like we're developing two true teamfight comps. And that should make for some fun A-ramming in about 20 minutes.
Oh, come on. They can do it faster than that.
So, some can. Maybe in gym class feeders we can get it up, but I know if you're playing an LCUS game, generally you're okay with it dragging on a little bit, which isn't fun for the cast, but it's just the right call for the players.
I do like the multiple support bans that we were getting, or I mean, I guess they were mid lane. They were worried about Morgana and Lux mid lane. Because I mean, where the hell is Yuumi going to go otherwise?
I know, isn't that the top lane crit Yuumi build that was floating around at the start of preseason?
Yeah. Oh man, we got a lot of squishy-faced characters on Cowbell here.
Yeah, it started off good with the Poppy Jarvan. I don't know. I'm definitely more of a fan of Brew City Brawlers team. I'm always worried about Engage, and Cowbell's team for Engage, it's mostly just like Jarvan hops in and hope that I put the Cataclysm in the right spot.
I mean,
whereas
Tristana can do some fun chasing things with Yuumi riding her.
Yeah, it feels like Cowbell needs to be ahead in order to get anything done, whereas Brew City Brawlers can sit back, they can scale, and then if they are ahead, they can force the fight and end the game early too. That's the kind of comp you're looking for.
I'm hoping that Sexy Fridge and Token are going to be swapping champions in a second here.
Oh, they're not going to. We're gonna get a Lucian mid.
Do we allow Anivia to be an ADC? Is that something that we allow in the rules?
I mean, if Senna can be whatever she wants to, I'm sure Anivia ADC's fine.
All right.
Paired with the Leona, it's kind of nice too, right? You can layer those stuns on top of each other, especially because it's just one target that you're looking at with the Tristana.
Mm-hmm.
We expect the Yuumi to be attached, but I'm not generally a fan of running ADCs mid. That said, there are a lot of people who can do it to great effect, and I'm excited for Sexy Fridge's Lucian, because again, I think he's just been one of these top performers in the gym class feature scrims.
We have Relexus saying that Poppy can slam people against the Cataclysm wall, which is pretty good. But I am still very worried about what the Cataclysm means for Anivia's ultimate, right?
Yeah, if you slam him into a wall and end up with a a Volley Bear Lightning Strike and a Anivia frozen area and a Mumu with tears streaming down on you,
Leona ult as well.
Yeah, it's just everything can be layered, and you don't want that Cataclysm to be in the wrong spot. If Jarvan misses if Jarvan puts down a poor ult, it goes terribly for Cowbell, and that's their only form of engage. They're hugely reliant on Idle Lights making good calls.
I mean, I'd almost think that you'd save the Jarvan ult until a fight's winding down, right?
Yeah, again, they have that chase down comp, right? So if they get ahead in the lanes, it's good. Ari can do the same thing, Tristana can do the same thing, Yuumi can speed you up, Poppy can dash forward, they have a lot of moving ahead forward, that red energy. They just, if they fall behind at all, I don't see any way that they claw themselves out.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, especially, let's say, bruiser tanks like Jarvan. or just bruisers in general. We have seen time and again in all of our league games and in the LCUS that these sorts of champions drop like a brick if they fall behind at all. And so that's kind of what I see happening here. But, you know, who's to say? Idle Lights has done a lot of great things already in the LCUS. So maybe he'll do that again.
Definitely, and the problem with a lot of our junglers is that they don't farm efficiently. You know, there's certain ways to pull the camps to make sure that your AoE hits all the, you know, the different pieces of the camp and really, you know, farm as efficiently as possible so that you can stay ahead. And, you know, Jarvan is one of those champions too, where you got to make sure that you're kind of watching your camp and the lanes as much as possible to have the best impact.
Mm-hmm.
That takes a lot of mental acuity from the jungler. You know, Idle Lights is definitely capable of doing it, so I'm excited to see him try to keep up with the Amumu who can just, you know, push W and farm the camps out.
Well, we'll see if they're able to do it. We did see some comments in chat pointing out that only one tank, really, for Cowbell. So we'll see how that goes as well. Heading into our first game of the night. Let's see how the combo team versus the chase potential team works out. Lots of people cheering for Peach in chat. Peach Yumi, best Yumi. A lot of agreements.
I'll go ahead and throw in my lot with Princess Peach too. He was kind enough to support me a couple games in my gym class features scrim, and he was just terrific to work with.
Looking at these skins here. For some reason, I like the art selection we've got on Cowbell skins. Lack of Evolution skin is a big what for me.
That said, like, Little Knight of Mumu has a special place in my heart. Like, I think that's his best skin. It might not be the best visual one. You know, it might not have you know, Infernal Mumu, it's really hard to see abilities, stuff like that. But the idea of, you know, a Mumu throwing on a set of armor and being like, I'm going to go help now, and it tugs at my heartstrings.
And, I mean, there is some familiarity between some of these skins. Amumu, Black Frost Anivia, and Iron Solari Leona all kind of have the knight armor metal thing going on. So maybe I'll give this to Brew City for the skins.
Yeah, same thing. Even with 1,000 Pierced Bear, you know, you got 1,000 swords sticking out of him. That's a form of metal armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have a hard time getting through 1,000 swords. That's the next Saw movie, right?
Oh, I don't know. It's been delayed.
Isn't everything?
Not everything. That Wonder Woman movie just came out.
Oh, let's talk about that for a second.
You want to talk about that for a second? Sure.
Yeah, I only saw the first half because I was asleep for the second half, but
Okay.
I heard the second half wasn't any better than the first half.
There's less plot holes in the first half.
Well, that's terrific.
It is. Yeah, no spoilers. We're not going to say spoilers.
No spoilers, but it was fun to see Pedro Pascal get a role in a movie instead of just being the main character in every TV show I watch.
Right, and without a helmet on too. It was incredible.
I'm sure he was super happy about that.
He's actually. I saw a really funny interview with him, where and what's his name, Oscar Isaacs. None of my hotkeys are working. That's concerning. Yeah, zero. Oh, hang on. Anyway, apparently him and Oscar Isaacs are really good friends. The guy who played Poe in the Star Wars movies. And so they were doing a autocomplete interview thing, whatever. And they were talking about Pedro Pascal having that mustache that he's got and everything. And he hates his mustache. He absolutely hates it. But he was doing a play right before Narcos. And once we have this engage here on Jarvan, stun, will he go down? Yes, he will. First blood on the jungler.
Did I mention that Bruce City Brawlers has some CC that they can layer?
You mentioned it, yeah.
I did, okay. So I just want to harp on it again, like, Bruce City Brawlers can really layer their CC, and Jarvan can't afford to fall behind or we're going to be in a rough spot.
Yeah, that's the issue, right? Jarvan being the one that goes down besides is just all sorts of painful. Anyway, so he hates his mustache, but the director of Narcos told him to keep it. And now ever since then, everyone tells him he looks awful without his mustache. So he probably loved being in Wonder Woman because he actually got to shave that mustache off.
Or they, they Supermaned it, and reverse Supermaned it, and they just edited it back on later.
Well, don't forget some of his other really major role right now. He's wearing a helmet, so he doesn't need to have the mustache on for 6 episodes.
Jarvan is just being corrupted by Bruce City Brawlers right now. He had to smite his first camp at like 100 health just to keep it.
A lot of good stuns. They're still layering all of this CC. This is disgusting. Look at this. I like that knockup though. I mean, that was a bold knockup.
That was good. Is it gonna matter? They do get the kill.
They're gonna get a couple other kills though. This
Sexy Fridge first on the rotation.
Sexy Fridge lets someone else kill him. Interesting. I would have liked Lucian is the one who really needs the kills.
He's got 4 kill participation, right? It's nice to hand it off a little bit. Especially if you're not, if you don't think that you can carry the game, spreading the love around as much as possible.
Okay, so we missed that. Ace did lose his flash there right at the end.
Yeah, tried to flash the auto just a little bit behind. Sigtao Eternal carrying on his split 6 prowess.
I'd like to say, if anyone ever asks why their teams need CC, let's just point out the beginning of this game.
This is Exhibit 1A, right?
Right.
When you have CC, you can make stuff happen. The ease of execution always goes up when your character is CC.
Oh, for sure. Wishbone actually highlighting some of the CC of her own, managing to get Sexy Fridge very low before the heals start. But again, more stuns. You land one Anivia ball, and that leads into a Leona pull, and what are you going to do? You're going to lose half your health. This Tristana has to be... Tilted Pig has to be on their toes every second.
And I'm surprised that Tilted Pig went with Tristana. I know he's shown his Kaisa a lot, and maybe it's, again, this is scrimmages, right? Maybe you're just trying to show something a little different. But Kaisa, at least with her E, she can try to move out of the way of some of that. Tristana's got the rocket jump, but the CC still sticks, and she pushes the lane really hard, kind of accidentally with her just auto attack or passive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a weird call when you're against the team with all the CC. There's other options. You got to make sure you have the something like a Morgana with the black shield, or some sort of dash like the Lucian would have been good here.
I'm actually wondering, and this could just be me talking off my head, but if Caitlyn wouldn't have been a reasonable pick, if only because she's got the range, so she's a little bit further away from things like ice balls, and she also has the area denial with traps, so a Leona can't just walk up on her. I don't know. Just
has a little bit of a dash built in too, right? You can set that trap so that you get you boop yourself back just a hair.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to play into Anivia. I'm sure they weren't planning on that, but you're expecting to play into Lucian Leona. Either you got to push the lane hard and have the minion advantage, or you have to, be able to avoid some of this, and they just don't have it. Wow, Wishbone's looking really good in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, just that Lucian doesn't really have any sort of counterplay to the full combo other than his little dash. Looks like we're going to have a bit of a fight here. Alright, jumping in on the Jarvan. Idle Lights just pulled himself over them. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, there's the nice thing about Jarvan. If you keep your head, you can get out of stuff pretty easy.
Yeah, so I mean, top lane, obviously Ace did not want to die and may end up dying again here, just getting bullied by that bear. Tilted Pig actually ends up abandoning Yuumi. Princess Peach not able to jump. Almost! I'm not sure what the range on the binding is here, but someone should figure it out.
They have so many points of CC that they're okay missing a couple of them.
Sure, I'm just thinking, like, it looked like... I don't know what the cooldown is on Yumi's hug button. Ooh, I liked that by Ace there. We'll get the counter kill. What? No.
He ults to turn off the turret and then is able to get away anyway. Sigtao Eternal turning it on in this gym class speeders. That is outstanding.
That was ridiculous. I'd be tilted right now. I mean, I'm half tilted right now, and I'm not even playing. That's crazy. You're in that situation. You think, man, at least the turret's gonna get him, but you got this lovely, lovely ultimate here.
You know, I was blessed with being able to play with Sigtao Eternal the entirety of last split, and, you know, you ban his Volley Bear. I cannot tell you how many times in our practice games he would be in an unfavorable matchup against something like a, you know, a Teemo, where it's just, you know, you're gonna get bullied. And he would, you know, you just hear an enemy's been slain, you look over at the top, and it's, you know, Sigtao Eternal hasn't said a word yet, and he's just like, yeah, I got a kill, you know, bored about it, like, okay.
Wishbone actually being a little daring here, ate a lot of Sexy Fridge's ultimate, but it's still sticking around. Eternal, I believe, was spotted just before there. Pops barrier just to survive again. Got ignited as well. So here comes Dragon. Really got to keep an eye out for Wishbone here in this mid lane. One dash combo could kill him.
This is something that I really like from Sigtao Eternal. You know, he's got his 2 kills in the top lane. Rather than trying to, you know, keep forcing up there, he's making plays around the map, making sure that his team is getting ahead. Spreading your lead is so key in these 5-on-5s.
Yeah, Ace down by 400 gold, 300 gold almost in that top lane. Bot lane, meanwhile, it's 1,000 gold differential. Incredibly painful.
And that's into an Anivia that's going to scale, too. I understand Tristana does, but the Anivia is one of those champions that the later you go, the more comfortable you feel. And combined with the Amumu on top of it, it's you have to find a way to shut this Anivia down.
I was just about to say, I really hope Ace wards, and he does. Does get blast coned on, though. Does use that protection to great effect, though. That's very heads up. Very daring back here, though.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Mixed Link is gonna put. Oh.
That's one of those you don't auto move situations. But you also aren't expecting someone to just go back right there, right?
Yeah, you know, you're not expecting a player like Ace to kind of do the wrong thing.
The lazy wrong thing.
Yeah, the lazy thing. That's probably the better answer.
Because I mean, when he does the wrong thing, it's going all in to get a kill or something. It's
his wrong things. His incorrect plays are always forward, not backward. You're right.
Right.
Got some of that red energy that we were talking about.
Alright, so Tilted Pig is almost to 6. That's something, at least. Doesn't even have a CS lead because he's so spooked. I don't blame him. Meanwhile, Amumu's got half to 6, and then the ganks get really scary.
Especially with that Bammy Cinder going off, too.
Does get some nice damage dealt to him by Wishbone.
Early on, you know, just in this broadcast, I had highlighted wanting to look at Sexy Fridge. Now, he's got a huge lead, and Wishbone is holding her own. Huge props to Wishbone. Like, I would not be doing well in this lane. I would be failing, and I'd be whining at all my teammates about how, you know, GG jungle death, but...
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it is Sexy Fridge hasn't really been falling that low in health. Wait, here we got a gank possibly up here in the top lane. This should be a kill. Does use the ult. Alright. But he's going to have to run, I'm pretty sure. No, he's going to try to fight for it.
He's going to stick around. The shield's big. He forces a flash out.
Alright. I think he's probably...
Ace has that red energy going, though. Yeah!
Oh, but on the bot lane, full combo. They managed to actually get out. Alright, that Tristana jump is helpful. For sure.
You gotta time it just right. Oh no, and then...
Nope.
No, Ace does not go down.
Yeah, he's fine. Amumu doesn't have ult yet. If Amumu had ult, he would have been screwed, but no ult yet.
For sure, especially because the Bammies is going to activate the turret when you're under it right there.
But yeah, I mean, Sexy Fridge is a little more on the ball since the beginning. I think after eating Wishbone's full combo twice, he finally decided to start dodging it.
He's pulling his own Oscar Isaac there, you know, he touching the TV and saying learning. For those of you who don't know in the chat, it's an X-Men reference.
X-Men Apocalypse.
X-Men Apocalypse, yeah. He learns humanity by touching a 1970s TV.
Well, Lucian's about to learn something about humanity. Stopwatch is overpowered. Call your congressman. Still should die, though? Does. Alright, can Wishbone help out here? Oh, Burn the Heretic does a good flash to close in there. Nice rotation there by Burn the Heretic.
Yep. Good things happen when you're first to rotate.
Alright, yeah.
I'm sure we all know the meme where everyone's pointing a gun at each other in the church, right? That's what that was right there. You got the Jarvan goes in, and the Amumu goes on the Jarvan, and then the Heretic's the last one to be the beneficiary.
I didn't actually realize that was Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse. I thought that was someone else.
I didn't either. I'm blessed with people who are fluent in pop culture and were able to tell me, oh, that's Poe Dameron. And I was like, no, it's not. Of course, I'm always wrong. It's a part of being Prowler.
Yeah, I generally don't follow behind-the-scenes stuff that much. I just like to know stuff about the universe. So, like, people will try to be like Star Wars cast trivia, and I'll be like, yeah, okay, fine. And then I'll be like, but did you know? And then they'll be like, who the hell knows that? If you like a lot of the ward coverage we got here, looks like there's a turn for the next dragon. Jarvan also going to be a little bit of trouble here. Everyone's going to come over the wall to oh no, Idle, no. No.
Oh, and then couldn't get over with the EQ.
And now everyone else is going to die too.
And the CC does not stop. Oh my god.
You gotta just leave your friends to die, man.
Run, Peach, run!
This is what we're learning today. Couple of lessons from the LCUS. CC is incredible, and leave your friends to die.
This one was over in Champ Select, you know, and then Jarvan getting caught early on, but
Ace is suffering from what I like to call Pantheon syndrome, where you know, maybe you're great in some early fights here, but you can't use your ult at point blank range effectively, so you find yourself in extreme disadvantage. See also Shen syndrome. So, you know, he tries to use his ult and Volibear goes 2 inches, and then Volibear does his ult and just body slams her on her head.
That's why I play Nocturne. At least when I ult at close range, it still does something.
Gives everyone the spooks.
The spooks.
Can Wishbone close this kill out? Nope, Leona coming up. Either saw that coming or sensed it through the forest, one or the other.
You know, apart from having the ease of execution for Brew City Brawlers, they're also doing the little things better. You know, they have the ward coverage on the Dragon, they have the advanced vision to spot out Jarvan.
They've got the solid rotates as well.
Yes, they're doing the little things that really make a difference for your teammate. They're playing for each other, which is something I always like to see.
Oh, Tilted Pig, you gotta jump somewhere. Where are you going? What are you doing? Dying terribly. Nope, gets out, maybe. Yumi ult goes the wrong way. Can they get some kills here? They do manage to pick up Burn the Heretic, but it's the cat who does it. And now Idolites is dead. Going to die. Poppy is here, but what can Ace do?
And the CC just doesn't stop. Oh my gosh, and Token with a quadra kill to bring himself to 8-0-4.
Darth Banana, what do you mean it's time I binged the movies? I mean, Ace is going to die horribly here, but I need to focus on Darth Banana suggesting that something about me in the Star Wars movies.
Well, I know you and I have differing opinions about a couple of the newer ones, but...
What was Cowbell's comp supposed to do? Troll people with Yumi, I guess?
Chase. That's
yeah,
what it does.
Chase and troll people with Yumi, I think was... Yeah, I mean, we could talk about the quality of various Star Wars movies until the cows come home. I just, you know, Darth Banana saying I should binge the Star Wars movies. I mean, I've done several marathons Not since the prequels came out, but... Not
I like
prequels,
Nichols' comment,
not
the
prequels,
comp is
sequels.
supposed to get dead.
Yeah, not since the sequels came out, I should say. Mostly because the sequels adding on it makes it incredibly long. And COVID happened.
COVID ruins everything, man.
Yeah. Well, we can't blame COVID for this team comp, I don't think. That's probably the
I don't know, don't they say like COVID affects your brain? Maybe someone on a... I'm sorry, I can't remember the team. Whatever the team on our right is.
Cowbell.
Cowbell, thank you. Maybe Cowbell's, Champ Select has a couple of, COVID things in it that are making them think this comp would work somehow.
I mean, Ace is getting away. Almost. Like, we got the most interesting wet noodle fight of all time here. Which we keep...
Whose Bambi Cinder can kill the other one?
Here comes Jarvan to try to help. Might actually get a Mumu here.
If you ulti, get it!
One more auto. Okay, get killed. Now Ace might get away.
And if Ace can walk out, it's worth.
Yep.
Nope. It's still a good shutdown. Gosh, we had talked about how important Idolites was going to be to this comp. He's the main initiator for him. And you're looking at the difference of a Mumu's 3-1 and 10, with 2/3 kill participation.
Well, I mean,
Jarvan has 100% kill participation, but it's just it's different.
I mean, the issue is that the issue that we're having with that is just that Jarvan isn't really like able to do anything. It's not that. It's just the way the other team comp is built. It's the fact that there's so much CC pounding down in there that Jarvan can't really manage to get anything done because they can't really get any kills because everyone just ends up dying. Ace has a good jump here on Sexy Fridge. They might get Burn the Heretic as well. Sexy Fridge runs away. They do get Burn the Heretic. This is the 3rd kill on them, actually. Now we see that big AoE thing. Stopwatch is once again overpowered, but we are getting some, comeback potential here.
That was good to see, and that's something that they need. You're seeing the power of the Amumu and Anivia linked together, that they're able to survive this long through it. Gosh, Amumu did get nerfed, right? I'm not missing something.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like piloting that to perfection.
Might get the dragon here. First dragon. But of course, well, Sig Tau Eternal's getting pushed back here. Wishbone with Cat Friend should not die. See, that is good range on that. The pullback. I'm not sure why the cats died so many times.
If you land crowd control on top of Yuumi, it does block the ability.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that the real issue's been that she's just been hit by something. They have so much CC in the bank that they can afford to waste a couple on Yuumi, and that's been hurting Princess Peach.
Yeah, there is no doubt a lot of CC to go around, right?
Yeah, they've collected most of the bounties too. So this is, the strongest that Cowbell's been relative to Brew City. I know it doesn't look great being down 7,000 gold, but this is what they've got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Ace is definitely poking in here. Throws up a shield, but it missed anyway. I mean, also Ace is more durable than, well, he's gonna die here, but he's more durable than the other tanks. He's about equal to Volibear, and the other tanks are lower than he is. So that can help if more durable options are not around. Where's Jarvan in terms of health? Jarvan's about 18, yeah.
And he's durable, but if you look at Anivia's items, we've got Leandry's and Demonic Embrace, plus the Sorcerer's Shoes. So it's percent health damage, and it's penetrating, anything that he does build up. It's tough.
Yeah, this whole game 1 is very tough. Nice little charm landed there. Get some chip damage. Not in the thing you want to get a chip damage on, though.
Token and Heretic look like they've been playing together for years. This is some great synergy.
Oh! Idle Lights was trying to be nice, and mid laner dies. At least I think he was trying to be nice. Maybe he just overpredicted Ari's damage.
Could be. I'm gonna assume the best, right? So we're gonna assume that, you know, he's trying to give the kill over to his mid laner, but you gotta trust yourself a little bit too.
It's an interesting use for Tristana's hammer there. If did a little bit earlier, could have maybe slowed down the Baron, but timing just wasn't there.
They had a real chance for steal there too because Mixlink didn't have Smite up, so you know, maybe if you get that hammer in early and you get, you know, even the Yumi Q had a chance to steal it.
Yeah, I think if Ace had had Flash, he might have tried to do that sooner. But the rest of his team wasn't there, so he didn't have any way to really interact with it. I don't know. Poppy's hammer is just so weird, right? Okay, so here comes more bullying, but Ace is just so speedy. Speedy little Yordle hammer. A lot of pings going around. Oh, Ace turns back in, actually. Sexy Fridge maybe a little too far forward. Can they take him down? Good use of that barrier, and they do take down the mid laner. But at what cost? There goes Burn the Heretic with his CC package. Princess Peach just bails. Classic cat move. Oh no, my owner's in trouble. I must flee! Before all you cat owners get upset, I have been in situations where I have been possibly in trouble and my cat runs away. Because, you know, she's no fool. She's no dummy.
The nice thing there is that Ace did manage to get a kill into the Lucian, and Ari and Tristana were able to push out the waves. So you kind of dull the push of the Baron, but them being able to link up as 4 here and look for the inhibitor is not good news for him.
Especially with Tristana not there. Yumi ult trying to do the best that it can, but oh, the Jarvan goes in and just immediately blown to pieces.
Tough.
Mixlink gets a reasonable ult, but doesn't get too much done with it, actually. So now it's a 4-on-3, but they're retreating. Tilted Pig has Sexy Fridge coming in behind, but does have Winyan support. Let's see what happens here. Nothing.
Down 3 levels. My goodness. The game is fair and balanced.
Well, when you're 3 levels down, I would say it is, yes. But yeah, if you ever hated Tristana, just watch that in slow motion a couple of times. Alright, 3rd dragon for Brew City.
And if they get that Ocean Soul with the 3 tanks already and a Nivea that can do % health damage and a Lucian also doing % health damage, like,
I should have
if
been
they get that soul, I don't see a way that Cowbell pulls it out.
I should have been paying more attention. How did Ace get down back here? Why did Ace get back here? Did he think he was helping Tristana some way?
I'm guessing so. It was one of those, like, try to be the first to rotate so you TP down. You gotta look for those miracle plays when you're down this low, right?
Sure.
But, yeah, this is just one of those games where you'll go back later and look at the draft, you'll think, like, what were we doing, you know? This is where 5 people who haven't played together all say their favorite champions, and that's not what it's about. You gotta comp as a team.
Infinite pointing out the volley ultimate over the hammer. Yeah, that was very good. Once again,
Sigtao Eternal looking incredible in this game.
Once again, highlighting some of my problems with ultimates like Poppy's. But, I mean, great outplay as well.
And poor Jarvan, I don't envy the position he's in. He got put back behind early by the 5-man invade.
Nice
and
pull
he's
there.
got to look for initiation. There's just nowhere to go.
Got a turret. Turret will save you, maybe. No. Oh well.
That CC is so broke. Yeah, Jarvan, like, there's no one to hop in on. You hop on Volibear, he can get out with ultimate. Amumu can Q onto a different target. Lucian can dash over the Cataclysm. If you trap Leona, who cares? It's Leona. That's not the target you're going for. You have to force it under the Anivia, and Bruce City is doing a terrific job protecting Anivia.
I also, I mean, no offense to people who play Jarvan, but I mean, is this part of the reason why we don't really see Jarvan that much? Because I mean, it's rare that I'm impressed by a Jarvan.
And Jarvan used to be one of those champions that was almost like a necessity because he brings a lot of utility, but there are so many junglers now who bring more and do more. The Amumu is a perfect example here, where anything Jarvan can do, Amumu can do twice as good.
Except escape, I guess.
Except escape.
Yeah, because Mumu's not going to be able to do that, but Mumu can do everything else.
And that's just the thing, right? If you're building your champion only to get away, you're already not playing the game right. You're playing scared, and you gotta play to win.
Infinite is suggesting that we're probably not going to see any changes to the crazy damage that's infecting this season.
Which is a real shame. I understand, you know, at the pro level it makes it a little more fun, but when the options are be a super tank or... Yeah, I just played a solo queue game today with a set that built damage and was able to two-shot me with punches. Like, it's not fun to play like that, and I hope they make changes.
So once again, we have a gym class feeders with the unable to finish itis.
I know, for me personally, I'll kind of go on a tangent here. I played in a gym class feeders against a Kassadin that had Ocean Soul and Elder Drake with Baron buff, and they somehow weren't able to end, and we were, you know, able to turn it. I still don't see a world where Cowbell pulls this out, but the longer the game goes, the more there's a chance of you making that one stupid mistake. Well, it would be nice to see them try to push to end the game here.
Absolutely, and I mean, beyond just stupid mistakes, the longer the game goes, the less gold lead matters, just inevitably. Eventually everyone is full build, eventually everyone's level 18. And they actually get the Anivia down to her egg here. Tilted Pig is deleted once again. Jarvan comes in and does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, there's more of the, what does the Jarvan bring? You know, you ult the Lucian, he dashes over the Cataclysm, and now you're alone in your own prison.
But hey, they popped the Anivia egg, so that's a sense of pride and accomplishment.
There you go. Anivia's passive went down.
I mean, they did kill her once already, but
True.
Still. So that's, what, technically 3 times? Yeah, just twice. Well, just twice. But yeah, not able to get much done. Wishbone being, I mean, obviously not, I mean, almost the most fed person on the team. But also the primary source of their damage, I would say. And CC. And she's stuck back trying to fight super minions.
Yeah, and I mean, you have to go for the Hail Mary when you're down this far, but it would be nice to see better assignment, or to be a little more assignment sure when you're in a terrible position like this.
It'd be nice to see the game actually end here. Let's see if Brew City is able to do it and get us to a more balanced game 2. Looks as though the Amumu may actually just get straight up taken out here, which is very exciting. They do have a back row play here with Ace and Yumi, where they do manage to get several abilities used here. Oh, big play by Idle Lights. Does land the ultimate onto Token. 1-1 so far, but super minions are piercing into their back area here. Can they get more? I mean, with Token and Sexy Fridge both very low, it's not impossible.
It's not impossible, but Jarvan's also their only form of initiation outside of, you know, Ace splashing in, which we already used. There's no way to get anywhere.
Ace trying to sneak up in the back here. Both turrets are down, though. No one's trying to focus the Nexus, though. Taking a lot of damage here. The Anivia's going to go down. Ace is still taken very low. Sigtao Eternal tries to land an ultimate, doesn't quite work out here. Sexy Fridge actually is going to go down because the Jarvan has since respawned. There is focus on the Nexus here. Can they interrupt him in time? There isn't enough CC. They can't do it. What a silly way to end.
One of the more disappointing endings we've seen.
But hey,
just punch that crystal and you win.
They focused the Nexus at least, right? We didn't really.
Yeah, the game isn't about punching the champions. It's about getting that crystal to explode.
All right, let's see if we get ourselves a post-game stat screen here. We do.
I've heard this has been an issue for you guys, so I'm hoping.
Yep, we'll see how long it decides to last. So we'll check out some graphs really quick here. Damage to champions. See that AoE damage, right? Anivia just soaring past everybody there by a good 7,000. But yeah, that's Tristana damage is painful, right?
Yeah, and that's, wow, Yuumi did more damage than Tristana.
Mm-hmm. Also,
Tilted big, you gotta get in there.
Also AoE though, right? I mean,
also AoE, yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll check out Vision Score really quick. Vision Score has been kind of lacking in gym class feeders. Let's see, 71. All right, so very nice on our top here. Obviously, Yuumi is beyond the fact that Yuumi was on the back foot the whole game. You're sometimes, a slave to where your ADC is going, your shoulder buddy.
Yeah, that's one of those. If you're Yuumi, you want to have good communication with the person, and it's hard in gym class feeders to play Yuumi when you're with an ADC that you haven't been with a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to say, like, I have a ward available, I would like to use it, you got to be the one to kind of escort them as the AD. That's one of those things that I would expect that Princess Peach's Vision Score would go up if they were, if they'd been practicing for a couple weeks together where they'd worked that out.
All right. Well, basically, I think all that was said about that game that needed to be said happened during Champ Select. So we will take a quick break here, and then we will hop into game number 2. They are casually shuffling the teams around, and we will see if there yields better results. Don't go anywhere.